Hello, everybody.
Oh my God, hey.
Time no see?
See? No, listen.
Long time no listen. Welcome to the first episode of the senior season. If you guys haven't noticed, I changed the podcast cover art, which hopefully will be updated. But we're
gonna change it every season.
Okay, so I changed it to senior season because this is Aveen and I's last year of college. Oh my God, that's
simply
so
wow.
bad
Or
to say.
Abba's actually, this is her last semester.
My last semester, but it's a senior season because we're both in our senior year of college.
Wow.
And we wanted to use this episode to catch up, tell you guys how we've been, and basically
because y'all haven't seen us for months.
It's just the way you keep it's just funny.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
Anyway, this is our last first day of class, and Avita and I have not talked to each other since 8 a.m. this morning. You kind of left early this morning, but we have not talked since then, so we're just going to use this time to debrief and hopefully give you guys little tidbits on if any listeners can relate to their last semester in college, or if people are new to school, we can just give some tips on what we think you should do. So yeah, Aveen, do you want to start? How is...
Yes, so I woke up and I went to school, and the crazy part is, I always describe this to everyone. UT, y'all, it seems big. It is a small, big school. I walked and I saw 18 people that I knew, and I even saw people that I just did not want to see. And that's the other thing that happens. Invariably, I will always see someone that I don't necessarily, not that I don't care to see them, but a flash
out of all these 80,000
how are you the only one? It's literally blast from the past. I don't need to be seen.
I saw a lot of people I didn't want to see.
And it's also it's at UT specifically, everybody shows up for the first day of school. Most people do, so it's so hyper crowded, and the entire speedway is just our main road, or almost walkway through campus is just filled with people, and filled with people who are trying to recruit for their orgs. So it's just always kind of a lot. But one thing that did happen today is I met this super, super, super cutie, sweetie girl in my English class, and her name was Ava. And I was and I was literally, and I sat next to her, and I just happened to sit next to her because both of us showed up a little bit late to class. And I just sat, and I was like, oh my God, are you a senior? Because she also looked like a senior. Sometimes you can just
what
tell.
Class? English?
Oh, yeah. Because I failed AP Lit.
She failed
I failed my Lit
exam. Which is so weird because Aveen, AP Lit is
literature.
I
slayed the actual class.
No, it's not even about you slaying, but Aveen has a hidden talent of writing because she won the writing competition in our elementary school. So she's
I have a hidden talent from
you do
years
know.
ago.
Aveen's a good writer,
Thank
so that's
you.
why I was shocked. You're gonna slay the class, but I was just shocked you didn't slay the exam.
Yeah, I did not. I don't know what happened. Anyways, but we sat next to each other in Lit, and she was I was like, oh, my name's Aveen. What's your name? She goes, Ava. I was like, oh my God, really? And she goes, yeah. And I was like, how do you spell it?
Does she
was
look like
Ava.
Ava.
She was just so sweetie angel, sunflower. And so I literally told her,
oh, yes or no?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. By proxy, yeah. And so then I told her, I was like, oh my gosh, I have a twin sister named Ava, so I'm not gonna forget your name. And then we went around class introducing the person next to us, and this poor girl could not get my name right. She was like, Avon. I was like, no, it's Aveen. And then she kept forgetting, and I think she was just nervous, so she said the wrong name still, and I was like, oh, that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. And I told her, I was like, my name's really hard, I understand. And then her fun fact about me was the fact that we both sat next to each other, and that my sister's name's Ava and her name's Ava, but it's spelled the same. And it was everyone was like, wow, that's kind of a big coincidence. Yeah.
I met someone today. I played volleyball today, and I was like,
Ava's hair's a mess, y'all.
Can you stop? Anyway, I went and I said how my name was Ava, and he goes, yeah, my sister-in-law's name's Ava. And I was
she Persian?
No, he was a white man. And I go, wait, how did
Are you serious?
Yeah, I go, how do you have a family member? He goes, yeah, it's inspired by my grandmother. And I was like, is your grandmother Persian? She goes, no, they're all white.
That's actually wild.
Though?
Like,
maybe,
how did you
I don't know, but
maybe they
remembered.
have like a Persian friend. Because the thing is, do you know what's so funny? Ava also always says that whenever she goes out in public, people call her Ava. Yeah. And this girl, Ava, from my English class, was saying how everybody calls her Ava. And I was like, are you serious?
Impossible.
Well, I'm just saying, don't cancel her experience.
I'm not canceling her, but I'm just saying that's very rare for her to say that.
Well, it's not that it's rare. I guess it just happened to her.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So then I went to class. I went to genetics lab. We're working with just Drosophila ava. So it's like fruit flies. And it's just constant fruit flies. And we had to like sex fruit flies. Like we had to like be able to tell like which fruit fly is like a male versus a female. Yeah, it was not good.
But that was so also what UT does is for the first day of class, first of all, campus was very different because do you realize there's banners that they put up, like SEC banners? Anyway, they put SEC banners.
I don't pay attention
and also,
to that.
I was like, what is all this commotion for? In front of the tower, they had music, fans, water, free Amy's ice cream, which Amy's ice cream, yes, Amy's ice cream during from 12 to 4 p.m.
Are you serious?
Free Amy's ice cream. And I remember my freshman year, there was nothing in front of the tower. And I was like, where's all this coming from? And they had chocolate ice cream, dreamsicle ice cream, strawberry ice cream. The orange sickle was terrible.
Why'd you have the fucking orange sickle?
I didn't know what flavors there were, but the chocolate was so good. And the guy was like, "Take as many as you want."
Are you
and I was like,
"For real?
Yes."
Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know. You're busy. Evine's always like busy, and like I don't. And what thing that annoys me is shout out Eileen if she's listening. But
oh my god,
yes, people that I want to see.
Yeah,
my big.
And I literally, and she called out my name. Like I was walking home because I was. Also, y'all, I leave the house at like 8 to go to class, and I don't get back until literally like 6:30. And normally when I leave the house, Ava's not here, and when I come home, Ava's either out with her friends or some Royals thing or some brunch or something. And so, or playing volleyball.
I played volleyball for 5 hours today.
like, well, you don't have anything to do right now, so it's like you can. And you should. I mean, volleyball's great.
But that's a long time.
I know, yeah.
But it's the first day.
Are you not hungry? Like, are you not hungry while you're there?
I ate before.
Okay, like what? Chicken?
Yeah.
I laughed on the. Can I say this on the pod?
Sure.
I laughed for literally 30 minutes today. Like, straight. Because I go to the fridge, y'all. Picture me this. I open the damn fridge, and there's like this a circular container with like white shit in
leftover yogurt.
And I was literally like, what the fuck? And I opened this, y'all. There are 2 eggs. There are 2 eggs that literally look like they went through World War III in this circle. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to these damn eggs? And yesterday, you guys, Ava relies on me for like every cooking thing ever. So she goes,
I cook for myself.
Listen, this bitch goes, Avine, how do I boil an egg?
Because I've never boiled an egg before, okay? Guilty.
I'm like, okay, you boil water, and then you pop the eggs in there for like 7 minutes.
You know how to boil eggs now.
Ava, whatever's in the fridge is not a boiled egg.
Let me eat it. I didn't know how to boil it, so I boiled it, and I peel it too bad, and now it's like disintegrated, okay? We get it. Like, it's okay. Anyway.
Oh my god. And y'all, like, half of the egg is gone. Like, half of the white is, like, literally in the trash, probably.
It's not in the trash. I'm not going to even describe what happened.
Oh my god, I'm literally in
all
tears.
I know is I have breakfast and you can't eat it. Anyway, do you have anything relevant to senior year that you want to say?
Well, I'm just excited for everything to be over. And I'm just excited for, like, in, like, a few weeks, I'm going to, like, actually be able to relax. And so I'm just really excited to take advantage of senior year. I didn't buy my big ticket. And for those of you who don't know what a big ticket is, it's basically this super expensive pass that gives you access to, like, all UT home games for every sport. And it doesn't count OU and versus Texas. And we just joined the SEC. What? No, I'm just being serious.
Going.
And we just joined the SEC. And so Alba's like really pissed that I like didn't get or she was expecting me to buy this ticket and I didn't because it's our senior year and we were like expecting everyone to buy it. But because I'm so busy, like Alba always said, I like normally don't go.
But what I'm saying is, I want to ask you a question.
Just, like, move the fuck on.
Like, it doesn't, like, what if you were to talk to freshman Avine? Like, let's say
oh my God.
freshman Avine walked through the door.
Okay.
And was like, hi, like,
Hi, I'm
Aveen. I'm like really nervous, like about freshman
like, what
year.
the hell
Like,
do I
what
do?
should I do? Like, what advice do you have for me? Is there anything you would say to freshman Aveen or to anyone listening here? Like, what would you say to give
Honestly,
advice to
if I'm being
people?
so for real, my first piece of advice to freshman Aveen would literally be: one, join T4K. Two,
Can you explain to the
okay,
listeners
T4
what that
Texas
is?
4000 is this org.
Oh, yeah, keep
I
going.
really like it.
Okay.
Texas 4000 is this org that is on campus. It's like, I don't think any equivalent org exists.
It's basically fundraising for cancer. No, I get it. It's just okay, keep going.
And basically you bike from Texas to Alaska for the fight for cancer, and I think that's the coolest thing ever. And so, one, I would join Texas 4000 that first semester. Two, I would get involved. If you're pre-med, this is all very like pre-med specific, I would start getting clinical hours and stuff freshman year because I was not busy at all. And three, I would like enjoy more stuff, especially like earlier on. You need to go out and you need to enjoy more things, because once you become a junior/senior, all that kind of goes away because you're met with the reality of like, okay, I actually like am graduating and I have to get my shit together and I have to like actually build a life now, and I'm entering the real world. So like there's no really, not like there's no time for fun, but there's more important things to be doing. And when you're a freshman, there's not a whole lot of more important things to be doing other than having fun.
Do you think there was anything as a freshman that you were worried about that like you
honestly
think you shouldn't have worried about?
No,
or is there anything that you
I had
feel
just like general worry?
Yeah.
And like the general worry was within normal limits. Like it wasn't outside of the bounds of like crazy, like, oh my god, like Gen Chem slayed. Most of my classes freshman year I slayed. So it's like, or I slayed.
What
all
about
of them.
external to academic advice?
External
like
academic. Oh, okay.
I will
say going, like, I feel like we already talked about this in previous episodes, but like in general, like another big piece of advice I would give freshman Aveen is not everybody you meet the first few days is destined to be your best fucking friend. Like it is okay to like meet new people and like not feel like, don't be forced to form a giant friend group that is going to be together forever on like week one. Like that's not how it's going to be. Like you need to kind of explore a little bit, and everybody wants to be your friend. Does that make sense? Like, or not everyone, but like, you know, most people, the people who are nice will put in the effort to be your friend, and like those are going to be the people that are like going to last. And if they're not giving effort, like it's not that big of a deal.
Because I also feel like as
right?
someone,
like, that was good advice.
As someone who is on social media a lot more than Aveen in terms of like TikTok, there is like, I'm getting a lot of college content on my Instagram and TikTok because school's starting. And a lot of kids do struggle with that idea and of like thinking, oh, like I need to make friends. I'm so lonely, because not only are you in a new environment, but a lot of people feel this peer pressure when they see big groups of students together and nobody seems really alone, and it gets to them and it makes them sad and makes them feel pressure like they have to hang out with everyone.
I get what you mean.
And I feel like that's something that like a lot of people would struggle with, especially in high school. Like it's hard as a freshman to think, why can't they like me super quickly? You know, like I feel like in high school, yes, you had your groups, but in college, like,
I get you. But I think one of the biggest things I can counter to that is the fact that like freshman year, the biggest groups that I saw, those people were not really close. Like even though they were around each other all the time, the depth of friendship was not there. So it's like it's so like
balances out.
Yeah, and it's like in reality, like you're still lonely. Like if you're around people who genuinely don't really care to get to know you and you don't feel like you can really be yourself around, or you have to kind of like change, you feel like you have to like change yourself in a way or change your normal behavior in order to like fit what they want, that's not going to get you any different. It's going to put you in a worse place than if you were to like not hang out with them at all.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to kind of pick, like I would rather have one friend and it be like a real true genuine friend than be in this big ass group where I'm just going because I just want to be in a group and I want to seem like I'm integrated into like this fake society that like there's, you know what I mean, like integrated into a group, because at the end of the day it's like it. And I feel like part of the issue of is like everybody says like, oh my god, like college is the best time of your life, you're gonna make best memories, you're gonna have the best. Like some people genuinely don't like college, and that's not their fault. Like, you know what I mean? Some people genuinely, like the same way some people genuinely hate high school, some people genuinely hate every stage of life. And like I feel like the build up is so big, it like overwhelms people, and then it gives people anxiety that you need to reach some level of threshold of like high or of enjoyment that's like sometimes not even realistic to what you have around you.
Yeah, I remember people saying that and me feeling so much pressure.
You felt pressure?
Not in a bad way, but I just remember them saying this is the best 4 years. I'm like, oh, like I have to do it all.
Yeah.
Like I have to make it good. But I think the reason
that's
people
outside of your
say
control,
that,
though.
I understand why people say that though. Because college is like, looking back,
you don't have any
right?
responsibilities.
Things happened. No, you have responsibilities, but like things happened that like you wouldn't get to experience as a high schooler.
Oh,
like you're put in situations where like, yes, it's school and it's a different environment, but like you learn so much in college. And I can't say it all like in this pod, but it's an experience that like it's just crazy, like depending on your school. Yeah. And you know, you don't need the biggest friend group. And I think we're kind of blessed to be in a college where there's a lot going on all the time. Yeah. Because that's another thing. Like I was talking to, like, you know how I had an internship this summer, and a lot of the other people, right, were from different schools, and everyone has a different experience depending on the school you go to. And it's like, wow, like everyone has like the same vibe and energy. Like me and my friend Olivia, shout out Olivia if you're listening, but we would go to our internships and we'd be talking to other people and wanting to socialize, but a lot of the people, not that they were closed off, but they weren't as like energetic and excited, which you don't have to be, but I think that's a like UT trait.
No, because
where like you
like
have
Ava,
to be
like
on.
Ava from, shout out Ava, like the girl in my class, like she was so like sweet and open, and like the second I started talking to her, like she was already like, you know, she was already friendly.
Open.
Yeah,
like, I feel
exactly.
Like if you meet other people at colleges, it's either their personality is open, but if their personality is not like that, then like their school impacts it a lot. And I feel like because so many things happen at UT, there's like, I feel like it's just info overload. Like,
oh my god, yeah,
extra. But anyway, if you were to rate UT Austin as like an overall college, like what rating would you give?
10.
Really?
Honestly, 10.
You would dog 0.
Like, okay, 9.5, 9. Because honestly, there are some things about UT that like are objectively not the best in terms of one, campus safety. Okay, like a lot of times people say campus is safe. It really sometimes isn't. Like I'm gonna be so for real. Like I've had some really scary little safety safety experiences where I like genuinely was like, oh my god. So that, and then also in terms of like air quality, we do not have the best air quality. So if those two things were to change, but I'm just saying overall, in terms of the things that I could control,
like as a school,
exactly, in terms of the things that I could control as a student in the school, 10. Like honestly, have not really, other than like a few experiences here and there, I've loved all of my professors. I've loved genuinely all of my classes. I've learned a lot from everybody. It's been it's UT is like the type of school where you whatever you put in, you get out. And sometimes you even get out more than what you put in. Like all of the professors I've worked with have been incredible. They've been very supportive of the students. They go above and beyond to like help us and to support us and give us the resources. And I'm not even in business. So it's like, I know Abba's is even bigger than mine in terms of like the resources that she gets. And like, I don't know. I would say like 10 from students' experience. Like I loved it.
Do you think that people who are worried about finding their people in such a big school should be worried?
No, because there's so much shit. There are so many people around. Like if I genuinely believe you will find at least one person that is genuinely like,
this became like a UT testimonial.
I know, no, but I'm just saying like in general,
you'll find
there's
someone
one
you connect with.
One.
Yeah.
Like there has to be one somewhere.
And if you could give like like one piece of advice. Like you've already kind of given like the
one piece of advice. One, go like in one big giant
jumble.
thing. Have fun. Don't take yourself too like. Don't be too hard on yourself, right? And genuinely just enjoy as much as you can. Like, and then also it's like make sure you take care of your like mental and physical and emotional health too, because as much as it's important to like do your best and try to do the absolute most all of the time, you can't enjoy anything and you can't be doing that at the expense of like your mental health.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yay.
What about you?
Same thing. I just think like college is such a great experience, and like I'm super blessed that
we're so like that we can't like or not even we're blessed to be able to go to college, period. Like a lot of people and, like, don't just having get to do that.
Places in the football and like everything. I just love like football. Mine's just football, but just like because shout out Anna and Bella, but like I'm thinking of James, right? James is like one of our friends' brothers.
Shout out James.
And he's like, it was his first day of class yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, like, after that, I just thought of my first day of class and what a tiny baby of like excitement and joy I was.
No, literally.
Not that I'm not anymore, but like,
no, the exhaustion is kicked in.
I couldn't have even imagined all that would happen and all that I would get to experience at the school. So if anyone like is going into college or whatever, like I've really enjoyed it, and it's making me like nostalgic and reminiscent and sad because it is my last semester, and it's crazy to think that like
I just can't believe it.
I'm graduating college, because in our minds graduating college was such a big thing. Like we talked about graduating college.
Well, Dad's hyped it up.
Yeah, because our dad, shout out Dad, I know he's listening, but like he always would say college is important, right? Like high school, like he would get confused when people would throw graduating high school like parties because he didn't think that it was as important as college.
Yeah,
he would always hype that up. So in our household, like graduating college was like a big feat.
Yeah, it's
which
a big
rightfully
milestone.
So because you get your degree, but it blows my mind that it's gone by so fast and that it really, really like flew. Like I don't even like, yes, I'm getting my degree, but I don't even know, like
you don't feel like
so
you're
much has
getting
happened,
your degree.
and I just like it's a beautiful thing is what I'm trying to say.
Simply wow.
So
okay,
we'll leave
time
it.
To close.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. And I don't really know what we talked about.
No, it's fine.
We talked about a lot, but thanks for sticking with us, and we hope you enjoyed this premiere episode of the second season. We will be back again bi-weekly on Tuesdays. If y'all want any more tips, advice about anything,
if you guys want us to talk about a particular topic, just always you can DM us or just leave a comment.
Yes, we love y'all. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Yay!
Love y'all and have a great week. Bye.